Hello, my name is Johan Falke. I work at NodeOne Scandinavia. The sun is setting here in Sweden, but I'm still happy because I'm using Drupal. And before going further into the screencast, I want to tell you that you are taking part of the NodeOne Learning Library for Drupal. A lot of configuration stuff here, and we also have a book you can find at Amazon. This is, as mentioned, number 15, 16 something of the screencast series. And this time, this is the last episode about Rule Scheduler, and this time we're going to look at how to repeat events. And this is one of the good things where we actually have all the pieces already, and I just need to show you how they fit together to make this work in a nice way. And that means I also got a text message here. I'm going to play volleyball later tonight, and my teammates are sending text messages to tell each other if they're coming or not. Nice. So I'm going to implement this, or make an example with notifications to users to have users who haven't logged in for, say, a month get email notifications saying that they should log in and check out what's going on the site. And as usual, when working with Rule Scheduler, we want to start with adding ourselves a component. And I'm gonna again do an action set because we don't need any checks right now, I think. Continue. I'm gonna call this one send email reminder. And we're gonna send this to a user, so I need a user variable here. Account. As mentioned the previous time, is much you shouldn't use a user term unless you're actually referring to the acting user on the site. Continue. Alright, and what I'm going to do here is very simply just to send an email, which I would use this send email thing for here, but I will actually show a message on the site like the previous time. I'm not a very fan of spamming myself with emails from experiment sites and sandbox sites. Sending a message to, and then let's pick the user mail here, account mail, reminding her or him that it is time to log in. Time to visit our site is probably better. Save. Alright, and when it comes to rule scheduling, the tricky part is often to find when you should schedule stuff. Often you think that you should make things happen, schedule stuff, or have rules acting at the time when you want to have something happening. But it's actually the triggering event can be pretty separate from that. In this case, it's a good thing to have the triggering event at user login, since that allows us to schedule a reminder email to 1 month ahead. So let's go into rules, add a new rule, call this one schedule reminder email, and I will have this act on user has logged in. So 1 month after a user has logged in, I want to send an email to her or him. Action, again here, rule scheduler, schedule component evaluation. I haven't really talked about this delete schedule tasks. Let's just show this action for a bit. We can select which component should be deleted if we want to do that. We can also use the task identifier. If we do that, any tasks with that identifier will be deleted. Usually there is only one, unless something is really strange on your site. Let's go back one step, add a new action. Rules, scheduler, schedule component evaluation. I want to schedule the send reminder email. Like that. Schedule evaluation date. I'm just going to take +1 month here because it's going to be 1 month from the login time. If the user then logs in 3 days after this or 2 weeks after this, we'll have a new scheduled task with the same identifier, which will then replace the old one. So we keep pushing this reminder email into the future as long as the user logs in within a month. Send reminder email to, and what should it be here? The account ID is probably good. To user this. The account is of course the logged in user. Right. Let's just see that this works the way we want. I have another browser here. I'm logging in as a test user, which means that this test user should now have a scheduled reminder. Let's make sure that that is the case. Configuration, workflow, rules, schedule. Yes, rule send event remind. No, rule send email reminder to user 7. Cool. And that is 1 month from now, I guess. Yeah, now it's 22nd of September. This 22nd of October. Nice. Now, the tricky thing is, of course, how do we make this repeat? If the user doesn't log in the month, we want to send another reminder email in another month. And the answer to that is that we just extend the existing component. We send this reminder email, and then we add a new action. Oh, let's back off here. I'm adding the component here that is sending a reminder email. But then when the reminder email has been sent, I want to add a new action, and this is so slick. And that action will be schedule itself. Schedule send a reminder email in +1 month. Send reminder. Let's make sure I get this verbatim. Like that, to user account UID. And that's it. Who should we send this to the account? There. Alright, so what will happen here is that we send the reminder and then reschedule. Let's actually try triggering this. Gonna send the reminder email. Right now we have this set to 14 minutes past 7 on a Saturday, apparently. Now I'm gonna execute this send reminder email as if this month has passed. Who are gonna send this to? Well, to user 7. Execute. Sending a message to text example come from him or her to that it's time to log into our site. And now this should be rescheduled 1 month from this execution time, which will mean like 16 minutes past 7. And there we go. Cool. That is how you repeat events. When doing that, it's also a good thing to be able to delete the events, the scheduled tasks. If, say, a user drops out, unregisters from the site, or turns off the option in the user settings to get reminders or whatever. And that's when you use the action I showed earlier. Send a reminder email, let's see here. The action to delete the scheduled event. Here, delete scheduled tasks. And that's it. That's it for Rule Scheduler, and I hope you find it useful. Yeah. It can pretty often be tricky using scheduler, Rule Scheduler, not because the logic, well, not because the tools are very tricky, because they're actually pretty straightforward when you have come to terms with using components, but because you have pretty tricky logic. If you want to say, in the previous screencast we had the events we sent out notifications to, or about. You don't want to do that if the event has already passed, so you need you need some kind of logic to check that. But then if someone resaves or edits an event and changes the time so it's two hours ahead and you should send out the email 24 hours ago, what will then happen and things like that. It's pretty tricky. By the way, I might say that as well. If you have task time or time for scheduled evaluation that is in the past, it will be executed. The rule component will be evaluated on the nearest cron run. I think the logic is that at the cron run, any task that has the time set to the past will be evaluated. Right, that's it. See you in a future screencast. Looking forward to it. Goodbye.